Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. Today looking at some more Californian beers, more Californian haze, courtesy of Fernando. So thanks to Fernando for the beers. These are from Electric Brewing. I've had a good amount of Electric Brewing, and what I've had I've really enjoyed, and some have been really crazy good. I've done a lot of battles with Electric against Monkish, and Monkish always won, which is a bit funny. But I think a lot of the times also the Monkish was a bit fresher, and we did the whole blind tasting of hazy beers, where it's like, yeah, the freshness won really. So we're trying some Electric again, and as I said, I've really enjoyed what they've done. I think their art style has improved like crazy. Because look at these cans; they're starting to do this on a lot of their beers, and it just looks amazing. It looks kind of like a mixture of graffiti and old school Disney cartoon, like like if you think Steamboat Willie. Like, it looks amazing. I love this art direction. That's at least what it reminds me of. Maybe it's because of the black eyes on the characters. And there seems like to be a reoccurring theme on the labels with a dog, which is interesting. And also hamburgers. I think there's hamburgers in both cans. And I think it's the artist who like painted their forklift or their truck or something like that when they opened, or they got one fixed, or I can't remember. It was something about it on Instagram. But this will be fun to try. So we're checking out two cans. We're checking out a can of their Juicy Double Things, which is the double dry hop version of Juicy Things, and Sensational Things, which is more or less a milkshake IPA. I guess you won't call it that. It's just an IPA brewed with lactose. It's not attempting to be a milkshake IPA, but that looks a whole lot more saturated and thick than this. The hop combo on Sensational Things sounds amazing. It's not on the can, but it's right here. It's 8.5%. And it's hopped with double dry hop with a double dose of Citra Cryo, regular Citra hops, Nectaron, Rakau, Nelson, and Strata, and then it has the lactose, which sounds really, really dope. I mean, all of these hops are fantastic hops, and I love that there's some Southern Hemisphere hops in there as well. So let's start out with Sensational Things by Electric. It looks crazy. It looks a lot like Monkish. It's like this hopcum, as Joe says. It's just like this crazy turbid looking bright yellow. I can really smell it from here. It's really popping actually. So yeah, let's check it out. Not a lot of head either, but oh man, there's so much Nelson. Wow, it's so Southern Hemisphere like, and it's so popping at 2 months. I'm guessing Fernando has had this in the fridge for the entire time. This is really intense, but it's like candied like too. There's like almost like a waxy candy grape gooseberry hybrid thing. It's like super different. Man, it smells really good. Supercharged Southern Hemisphere though, like and like candy dankness, and yeah, it's like really tropical white grapes and like lychee and like really bright like tart tropical fruit, passion fruit as well. Yeah, I can't get the lychee out of my head now. Like huge amount of that, like huge pineapple too. Like it smells like almost like not sour, but like it's like really tart, and not like just like tart as in like a tropical fruit. Almost like you can sense that like, there's like real pineapples or something in there. It almost had like that stinging sensation. Wondering if this is gonna have a bit of a hop bite. Oh, it smells so cool. There's so much uniqueness about it. Like there's a limey and like a lemon vibe, and like almost like slightly perfumey citrus, almost like yuzu. Really unique hop character on this. I love that. Southern Hemisphere hops are so awesome and unique. They bring so much fresh, cool character to beers like this. And I think, Citra is probably in Strata there to boost a lot of the tropical flavors because they are quite tropical. This smells super dope. Let's try it, guys. Cheers. Thanks, Fernando. Wow, that's holding up crazy well. Wow, that is so supercharged Southern Hemisphere. Fuck, this is really dope. It's so like candy-like too. It's almost like slice, but like even crazier. Like really supercharged, and it's dry. It's not bitter at all. There's a little bit of bitterness, but it's not much. That's really a unique hop character. That's making me enjoy this like a lot. It's not just like run of the mill haze like what everyone does. It's very different with all these Southern Hemisphere hops. This must have been crazy fresh, like a month, 4 weeks, 3 weeks. It's still so hop saturated. I really think the main reason is because Fernando kept this in his fridge. I think that it must be it. If you gave this to me blind, I wouldn't think it was like old or anything. It almost has like the drinkability of say like Verdant or Dea and a lot of European, like a lot of European IPA is also very saturated, but it's a bit more drinkable than a lot of the American stuff because a lot of the American stuff is like so crazy saturated. It's really tasty and great for sharing. But with the age, this is almost kind of like what they do with a lot of European IPAs, it seems like. Because it's not like the same, it's like crazy, overwhelming hop flavor. Like it's not got hop burn or anything. It's just like, it's really nice. And the lactose is barely, like if you didn't tell me it was in there, I wouldn't notice it. I think it's just for a little bit of sweetness and mouthfeel because it's probably a beer that turned out dry. Super cool Nelson vibes, slightly gasoline-y as you get with Nelson. I love that though. Slightly dank and catty, not like Kush-like maybe. It's well, yeah, it is. It is. It's definitely a bit Kush-like. It's like dank, again, gasoline-y Kush type flavors and aromas, and then like huge like gooseberry, tart, tropical grape, lime, yuzu-esque like tropical citrus vibes. There's like that like cool lychee. There's like kiwis as well, maybe even like a dragon fruit vibe or something. Like it's just like these really tart, like more dragon fruit isn't really tart, but like just like these brighter like tropical fruits and then like pineapple one. Like it's really fucking cool. I really want to try this if they do it again, just like fresher because it's awesome. Such a big plus for uniqueness. And I can totally see why a lot of people are like maybe too fussed about this because it has like a lot of that grapey and limey and like bright and also like pithy flavor in one. Like it's not like the traditional juice bomb flavor to just like overripe mango and tropical fruit and or just like overripe citrus fruit and just like overripe. This is like very bright and singy and with some overripe tropical fruit vibes there too. There's just like an ester profile of like a this is more maybe sweet pineapple than mango, really. But fuck, I didn't expect that for such such older beer. That just goes to show, you can't always count on like 2 months now this beer sucks. Like, it's still probably gonna be good if it's this much drenched in hops. Man, I'm thinking I might have started the wrong way around, but hey, I don't know. This is fresher. This might be even better. It's also some great hops in this one. So this is Juicy Double Things. They do juicy things, and this is the double dry hop version. It's 8.5%. No lactose in this one, and this one has got some classic hops too, because it's got Amarillo. So Strata, Mosaic, Amarillo, and Simcoe. Okay, that could also be very good. That sounds very promising. So Pour is a very similar color to Sensational things, just a little less like crazy turbid. Just the same kind of golden yellow bright color. White head. Let's check out the aroma. Oh man, this is also uber bright. Whoa, man. Okay, Electric is really they're getting that kind of crazy bright singy game on point. Oh, that's really cool too. It has like a little bit of a candied citrus vibe, like almost like a Starburst, orangey Starburst, but also has like a bit of lemon and lime, and then like a classic like just like really just if you think of dankness in West Coast beers, like maybe not specific like. We talk about like pineapple cushion, blueberry cushion, all these weird things. Just like dankness. Like a sweeter orange peel and pith. That must be like Amarillo. And there's also definitely like a Mosaic blueberry vibe. I'm getting lots of passion fruit on this. Maybe more so than the other one. That one is a bit more cool, like different with all that Southern Hemisphere stuff. But this smells really good too. Let's try it. Cheers. Thanks, Fernando. Wow. Ooh, that's really gasoline-y. Maybe even more so than this. I wonder why that hop is doing that. Maybe it's just because there's a lot of hops in it. It's also dry. That's the big thing, like with both of these. This has a bit more sweetness, but it's dry. IPAs that are dry are awesome. Like New England IPAs, again, like it has some mouthfeel, but it also has some dryness. This one, like, it shouldn't just be like this really sweet overripe juice. And this isn't. Like, this is bright and uplifting, which is awesome. These might be some of the better electric beers I've had, even though they're older. I really enjoy them. Like, I'm sitting with Untapped with averages, and not to look at averages, but just to look at the hops because it's not on the labels. And I feel like the averages are quite low on these. I don't know what's going on. Is it because it's not overripe fruit juice? It doesn't taste like your average fruit juice cocktail, whatever. It's like, it still tastes like beer and it tastes like hops. It's very hop centric. I think I'm just finding out, like, if I drink New England IPAs, I want them to be like this. It has to be bright and it has to be hop centric, and it has to be like more of a showcase of hops than like really overripe fruity yeast esters. Like, I think it gets too much and too sweet with that. Like, this also has some sweetness and definitely less than Sensational things, but it's not too much at all because it finishes dry. And like, there's no bite or anything, like a hop bite or anything, but really cool hop flavor. Like, I didn't expect this to be like this bright and like passion fruity and pineapple-y. Even though Strata is known for being really, really pineapple-y. The like whole blueberry mosaic thing is more like in the aftertaste. And there's even like a hint of grapefruit in this one too, with that like pithy orange from a Murrieta. Like, I love how this plays on both old school and new school. There's even like a hint of earthiness, which is pretty cool. Could be both Mosaic and Simcoe. It's really good. Really dank the second time around smelling it. Man, these are world class haze in my mind. People might not agree, but you know, it's even like at the age they're just drinking phenomenally. It's crazy. TMOH IPA. I totally get what Joe says, man. I mean, not just like, just because an IPA is over 4 weeks might not mean it's off or anything. Even though 4 weeks is often it's the sweet spot. But if it's been stored cold, that's often what can really make the difference with beers like this. Yeah, I'm gonna go 95 on both. I have a hard time picking a favorite. They're both very bright and hop centric and still somewhat, juicy, but they have all the things I prefer in hazy IPAs nowadays, with the dryness and everything, and hop centricness and whatnot, and cool, bright, singy flavors, and not just overripe juice, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna score them equally, 95. I think if I had to lean a bit to one, it might be this, but it's just because I'm such a Nelson fanboy, because #NelsonBoners. Long review done. As always, guys, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And yeah, I'm gonna say cheers. Oh, should we do a quick cuvee? It's almost silly because they're so hop centric and saturated. That's pretty damn good. It's just more of everything. But I prefer them on their own. So yeah, cheers. And see you guys in another beer review.